Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. Good morning, everybody. If you are if you are on YouTube, please let me know that you can hear me. Good morning. We are going to be remaking this one with a viewer suggestion that makes it easier, a little bit easier. Hello, Seymour. And if you weren't here yesterday, we made these. And the live replay is available on YouTube. Good morning, K-Joy. Okay, the color I'm going to be using for this one is Sempertex Silk Cream Pearl. I had to think about that. I'm so used to Reflex, but this is from the Silk line. They were fun. I saw some of your work in the group chat. One sec. Money Moon. Come on. Stop scratching on the door. Okay, I am going to get started. Just need to find me a little scrap piece. Moon, are we trying this again today? Why? Mama doesn't want to lock you up. But if you keep disturbing, at least turn around. Okay, I have a scrap piece of 260. I've already got one knot in it. I'm going to create two more. Moon, you're silly. So now we have 3 knots in there. And I'm going to put it inside the balloon. It usually makes her want to run, but not today. Come on, babies, come on. Come on. You say hi, but now we're saying bye. Okay. And I'm going to need a Sempertex Silk Cream Pearl 260. And I'm going to pull all of the air out of the 260 and then tie it. We are remaking this flower. I had a viewer suggest something on YouTube, so I tried it, and I agree that it's better. So it's the same flower, but a different technique. So I have that little knot, which is called a balloon raisin. I'm gonna tie, well, first I'm gonna wrap the 260 around that knot a couple of times. Then with the other half, wrap it around the opposite way. And then tie them together. If you have linking balloons, you don't need to do this part. But I like to show it without linking in case you don't have it. So this is what we will end up with. And I'm gonna use my hand inflator once again. Trying to work my arm. And we're gonna be inflating to 7 inches. You can use an electric inflator. Ask me for a balloon, the same as on here. And I just want to quickly let everybody know on TikTok that was trying, you wanted to join the group. I didn't quite get to the messages last night, but in my stories here on TikTok, I have a link for you to join the group. It's a chat where all of you are uploading your pictures, showing what you've made. So it's a cool group if you want to join. So I'm just gonna size it to 7 inches. And then tie. And same thing on YouTube. If you guys would like to join our little group chat, you can join via TikTok. So again, I'm going to be using Sempertex Silk Cream Pearl. And I'm just going to put that aside. We're going to need 10 of these. And I forgot to put my comments big. There we go. Now I can see. So I'm going to be cutting these in half, just like we did with the other one. So you'll have that. And I'm going to cut this in half. And now we need to tie all the ends that have an open end. You want to tie the cut end. So you'll end up with this. We're going to do that for every one. I think Moon's actually going to behave today. Yesterday, I kept her in my room. She was way too frisky. She's heading back. Good morning, Pop and Proper Creations. How are you? And yes, you caught me. I am gonna make two. One will be Silk Cream Pearl, and the other one's gonna be Reflex Gold. Good morning, K and C Sparkles. Not horrible? Well, that's good. Okay, we want to give a little stretch to each balloon. I'm not even sure where that is. Hi, Customs Crafty. We are redoing this flower. I had a viewer on YouTube. I think it was Bobby Carter 5181 had given me this suggestion to make it be easier. And I like that. So what I've done is I've created 2 piles of 10. And I'm gonna grab my stand just so I can put them on there as I make them. So I am going to inflate with 2 pumps of air. And release a little air and then tie it. It's an island. I want to be there. And we didn't get our blizzard that we were supposed to get yesterday. I think it's coming tomorrow instead. So I just cut off some of the ugly bits. Hello, Hilda. And YouTube, can somebody give me a comment? Let me know you're there. You can hear me. Just a little bit of air I'm releasing. I would be welcome. Awesome. I just cut the tip of that because there was air in there. Again, cut off that ugliness. And I'm going to keep going till I have all 10. Good morning, Italy. Again, I'm going to snip that. This is Sempertex Silk Cream Pearl. Yes. Sempertex Silk Cream Pearl. And thank you so much, Pop and Proper Creations, for sharing out the live. You're very welcome. I am doing 2 pumps in each balloon and releasing some air. Just a little tiny bit of air. You shared it to me? Okay. Maybe I'll watch too. Yes, they are 260s. I have cut them in half. And if you missed the first part, I will be making another one. I agree. I think the Chrome 260s are much easier to work with. Ron disagrees with me. He prefers to work with the regular and not the Chrome. How many years? I'm thinking I started my entertainment business in 2001. That was for face painting, balloons, magic. I dressed as a clown. My name was Miss Daisy. And then, I guess it was around 2013, 2014, I got asked to work in a costume shop at Halloween. But not only was it a costume shop, it was also a party supply store. So she asked me to help with a column. She taught me how to make a quad and how to put it on the stand. And then I just became this. It just grew from there. Then I decided I'm gonna make YouTube videos. Instead of writing down all my steps, I'll make YouTube videos. This way I can refer to them, not just you guys. And now I think I eat, sleep, breathe balloons. Even when my honey comes home from work, as soon as I finish dinner, I'm right back over here trying to figure out what's tomorrow. Okay, so I have the first 10. And I'm gonna join them onto the round balloon. Thank you. I think it's Kiki. So now, cat here. So now if you saw the original way that I made this, I had tied this around and we tied each petal on individually. Well, thanks to Bobby Carter, who suggested I tie them and then feed them on. This way, is much easier. If you're doing it right. And you want to keep pulling as you're putting it on. You might get a little mumble jumbled. That's okay, you can fix it. Randy, I see you said to use. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, what brand do I use? This one is Sempertex. Okay, now I want to straighten them all out. And now I'm going to tie this end to the center. Nice and tight. Okay, so we have one half done. And yes, I also do use Callison. I love Callison too. Now I'm going to inflate the other 10 pieces. So 10 balloons will give you 20 petals. You cut them in half. And thank you for the follows. 2 pumps. Release some air. Just a tiny bit of air. I'm seeing somebody saying something about not using Amazon. Definitely not latex balloons from Amazon. They are not going to be the best quality. You've only used Amazon? Oh, well, when you use the professional ones, you will be in love and you'll never go back. Unless, I don't know, maybe you found a good brand. Moony Moon. Yep. She is meowing away over there. And earlier she was up here and she left me some hair. You love Decomix. I have tried some Decomix. I may try some more. I know Dawn, she loves it. Same thing with Nicole. ones that I have that are like this, before I tie it, I'm snipping the end. This one is okay. Clean up those uglies. I think somebody is asking about this stand. This one is a floor lamp from IKEA. You can also get them at Walmart. I know they used to be like 10, but since they became so popular, just like all the places, they have to increase the price. But you know, if they didn't increase the price, they would get more sales. I don't at the current moment, but I am thinking about doing some. This one kind of got stuck together. Didn't want to unstuck. This one too. I cut them in half, and I need another one because that one is not cooperating. So I had the full 260. I just fold it in half. And now I have 2 pieces. I'm going to move that so I don't try to use it again. Hi, Victoria. Good morning. Sweets you got. I'm sorry for your ears. And good morning, Cookie Don't Crumble. We are remaking this flower. I had a viewer suggest an easier way. Instead of tying all these onto the 260, we are creating them ahead of time and then putting them on the 260. 2 pumps of air, release some air. Some air in there. You didn't think that would work? Yeah. That other end, when you cut it, or I think I just did it. Never mind. I was going to show you what to do with the other end. Oh, I didn't cut it. So when you have your end that's 2 open ends, you want to tie your end like that. Okay, Money. You're not the music everybody wants to hear. Okay, Moon. You are very welcome. Hello, Beatree. And I will be doing a second one, just in case. Yeah, just in case there's a lot that have come in late. What the money? And then once Moon goes quiet, then Boots starts. But Boots is more funny. And she's making an appearance. We are remaking this flower. I'm listening to Mooney be silly. No, Moon. Hello, we are on live. Okay. Real classy kitty. Okay. Open. Mooney, you gonna go take a nap? You need 10 260s cut in half. And yes, I do parties. And I am located in Belleville, Ontario, Canada. I'm not too far from Kingston, Ontario. A few hours away from Ottawa. And a few hours away from Toronto. Okay, now we need to attach. So if you're just joining, we have the first part. Now we're gonna add on the other part. Oh, you thought I was gonna say Ontario, California? Much hotter there than it is here. So now with that other half of the 260, we're gonna feed it onto, gonna feed the petals onto the 260. Thank you very much, Donna. I was actually going to send you a message and let you know I've been going live. How did I tie that? I will show you when I make the next one. I will be making a next one after this one. No, it's actually not a Link-a-Loon. It's just a regular 12-inch balloon. I had put a raisin inside of it, a balloon raisin. I'm going to be making another one so you guys can see. Okay. I feel like that first half I didn't tie it good enough. She was coming undone on me. Moon! No. Okay, now I'm going to tie it. I'm just going to tie it together with this in the center. And you want to tie it twice. Okay. Now you can just slide them around. So this is what we have so far. But we need to get it to that. Opa! Oh, and somebody was asking if this was just one 260. It is 10 of them. And when that happens, you just make another one. And of course, I made this one, not one pot. But the second the cameras are on, there has to be a pot. Now I'm going to just tie it right in. Okay. Like I was saying, this is where we are so far. Now we're going to get another 260. And again, if you're just joining, this is Sempertex Silk Cream Pearl. And this one, we're going to inflate almost all the way. I think the whole building heard that. And it's funny because yesterday my neighbor was telling me when I'm popping my balloons, her dogs go crazy. I'm sure they just went crazy there. Yes, Opa. I'm just gonna do 6 pumps. Wow. That balloon, I've never seen a balloon like shatter into such pieces. Okay. Before I tie it, I'm going to check how long I actually need it. I think that's in the same spot. Okay, let's see. That should be good. And let me repair that one. So we will pretend, oh, that wasn't the one I just did, I don't think. No, because the one I just did, I still left the ugliness on there. Okay, we're gonna add another petal. And we'll just pretend it didn't happen. I love Sempertex Chrome. Okay, I got it back again. No more popping allowed. Okay, now I'm going to pull this one through the petals. And thank you, Tina. And then fish through the other side. This balloon will help keep it all together. And then you're just gonna tie it. Take away that part. And you have this. But now we want to make the beads. Because I think they really give it that je ne sais quoi. Even though I don't even know what that means. And I'm hoping I'm going to have enough 260s. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I am going to stick you right there. No popping allowed. Okay, so again, I have a 260. Thank you, Linda. And I just gave it 2 pumps, and I'm gonna release air. And now we're gonna make everyone's favorite, the pearls. So with my left hand, I'm going to squeeze the balloon. With my right hand, I'm going to twist. So I will have this. You want to squeeze your balloon and keep repeating. And you want to twist it a few times. Well, it's more like 5 or 6 times. And keep squeezing your balloon to keep it soft. I might have given too much air. I am from Ontario, Canada. Belleville. Make a big sword that a king would use. And as you're making it, you want to wrap it around just to be sure. Oh. And I always do that. I let go and I lose a bubble. That's okay, because I will make a bubble back. And to prevent that from happening, hold your balloon in between here. I usually give it a squeeze after 2 pearls, but this balloon is feeling tighter, so I'm doing 1 after each other. I think a few more. I lost some. And then when that happens, the balloon goes all funny. Good morning, Louise. You're sitting in the doctor's office watching. It's probably better to do this than the boring magazines. that they have there sometimes. And I missed you, Louise. Opa again. Okay. We're gonna come back to you in a second. I am going to take this part. I just lost a bubble. I'm just wrapping it around the end. And now if you can hear that silly meow, that one is Boots. She doesn't know how to meow. Okay. Now I'm gonna carefully split those two. Okay. So we have this. You have a love-hate relation? Yeah, I do sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna need another one of these. And I want this balloon to hurry up and finish because this one likes to pop on me. I did the silver, not a pop. Not one pop. This is Sempertech Silk Cream Pearl. Okay, I'm gonna replace that one that broke. And no more are allowed to break. And Louise, we are remaking this flower that we made last week. I had a viewer's suggestion. And although you can't see it right now, you'll see it when I make the next one. But they gave me an easier way of attaching the petals. Okay, I fixed it. What happened, Boots? I swear she doesn't know how to meow. What happened, Boots? Is Moon beating you up? Okay, also last time you saw me use glue dots, and some of the times I was using hot glue gun. The glue dots, by morning, my pearls were not on here, they were sitting up like this. So I don't suggest glue dots, but what would work would be U-glue dashes. So you can use U-glue dashes or a hot glue gun. For this one, I'm gonna do the U-glue. So you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna be U-gluing them to the round balloon, and I lost that pearl. You're gonna be glued first. That was because it came undone earlier. Thank you very much, HX. My hair's staticky. No, the hot glue gun won't pop them. This one, the temperature is not too hot. So I just placed a U-glue dash. You can see the different dashes on there. And I will show you with the hot glue. you stuck right to the 12-inch balloon, which is inflated with 7 inches of air. Grab this one. Just so I can show. Turn it on. It takes about 30 seconds to heat up. Once the light stops flashing, it's heated up. Oh, Seymour, can you let Louise know about our group? Maybe you could send her an invite if you haven't already. No, the heat won't pop them because the heat is not too hot with this one. So, I am going to place it right there, just trying to make it not be stringy. The only thing is when you use the glue gun, is you have to keep holding it for it to dry. Yes, it is a lower temp. So maybe what I'll do is some of it I'll use U-glue dashes, and some of it the hot glue. This is what we got happening so far. Thank you for the follows. Okay. For this one, I'm going to use some glue dots, but when making this for work, like for your customers, I wouldn't recommend using glue dots. But it'll last long enough for me to do the video and to take pictures. I'm gonna put the glue in a couple of spots. One on my pedal. Yes, but you need to use low temperature gun. If you use hot glue, you know, the kind that you could see the steam coming out when you press the trigger, you don't want to use that kind. It is a hot glue gun, but it's a low temperature. This one is called howto, and it's cordless. And when they first asked me if they could send it to me, I said, I only use a low temp glue gun. I don't know what's going on with these petals today. It's the color, I don't know. It's not the glue. Thank you. It just keeps. Okay, I don't want to put that until I repair the petal. Okay, repair. I've got a half here. Yeah, I love it, especially when you're doing something up high and you can't get the cord to reach, or you're somewhere that you can't plug in. I have a link for it in my bio. Click the link tree and you will see the links. Yeah, this chrome, see, this is silk instead of reflex. It's more like a pearly finish than a chrome. And I feel like that came too small. Yeah, this one is definitely more like a pearl finish. It's still, I was gonna say it might be a little see-through. Oh yeah, if I put it up to the window, it's see-through. Whereas if I were to put the silver, you would not see through it. So that is a difference with the silk line. These shouldn't be old. I know lately I've been using a lot of old balloons, but these ones shouldn't be old. Give it a stretch. And this color is Silk Cream Pearl. And very carefully add this on. Okay, she is repaired. Thank you. And if you do use U-glue dashes, you want to rub it back and forth with your finger. It makes heat, and the heat activates the glue. Okay, I'm gonna add a couple more dots. Maybe one more, and then we'll get another row. This is U-glue dashes. They are amazing. These colors are the only ones you have trouble with? Yeah, I'm starting to not be a fan of this cream pearl. I love the color, but it's not loving me right now. Yes, you're loving me, okay? No more pops. Okay. Put my pump right in that one. Clean up. Okay, let's get... Actually, I'm gonna add one more over here. Okay. So this is what we have. And you could keep it like this. Or you can have it without the pearls as well. But we are going to add another set of pearls. Howto. H-O-T-O. It's on the A store. Alrighty, we need another set. Which means we are still working with this cream pearl. And I'm down to 3 of them left. We need 2 more rows of pearls. Yes, my YouTube channel is Ask Me for a Balloon. I just did one and a little. Release some air, keep it soft. Perfect, thank you. So, hold on. What are you doing, Boots? You get tuna later, babies. Okay, so with my left hand, I'm gonna be squeezing, like pinching, and with the right hand, I'm going to twist. And you want to twist it more than a couple of times. Squeeze. Yeah, this color is, doesn't matter how soft I made the balloon, it still feels tight. And you want to keep holding that first balloon. And note to self, I think I don't want to use this color anymore. Although it was okay with the rounds, it's just the 260s. I am based in Belleville, Ontario, Canada. Not too far from Toronto, a few hours away. Okay, let's see. I think I made too many. I'm gonna hold that in between my hands, in between my fingers, and then try it. Definitely makes for me. I think I made the right amount. So I'm gonna take that end and I'm gonna wrap it over here. I'm just holding it for now until I cut this. And now I'm going to tie those ends. And cut off that little nozzle. Just be careful when you cut, not to cut too much. Now we're going to be adding our next set. And I'm not going to use the hot glue for the video. I think it's faster if I use U-glue mixed with my glue dots. Thank you, Cookie Crumble, or Cookie Don't Crumble. And I'm just placing it on top. YouTube, I need some comments, please. I need to show YouTube that this is fun and exciting and for them to send more people here. Please and thank you. Okay, sometimes the glue might be faster because these are a little bit tricky sometimes getting them off. Okay, there's one glued. And you don't have to glue every single pearl. You could skip a bunch. Thank you guys so much. You're from Singapore. Welcome into the live. Thank you for that little star. Thank you, Joyful. Okay. Sometimes my glue dots are faster, but remember, if you're doing this professional, you don't want to use the glue dots. They're only temporary for this. I don't know too, it could have been, I had my window open all night, it's winter, it's freezing. That could have deactivated the glue and made it come apart. Well, we had a little break from Moon. She started up again. Thank you very much, Patricia. I'm not gonna lie though, I've shed some tears while I was at events. Something wasn't going right. Yeah. Ron would keep me calm. Mini. Good morning, Murphy. How are you? Hello, Puerto Rico, and thank you. Yes, she is. Moon is making her presence known. She wants this to be the Moon show. Okay. I wish these would work really good because they are a lot faster to apply than the U-glue dashes. So now we have our second row. And we're gonna get a third row. And hopefully no more of these petals are gonna go on me. Okay. Now if you see that it's lifting up like that, we are going to stick another glue dot because I don't want that happening. There, now we are not sticking up, but we are right there. Okay, money. Everybody knows you are here. Yeah, they know. No, it's not your show. And she's back. You coming to join us again? What happened, baby? You want to make the balloons? Okay, baby, look, come on. We gotta go down there. I feel like she's gonna jump up again. I can't put you too far because we have to measure. Thank you for reposting. So now I'm getting, this should be the final 260. I just did a pump and a little tiny bit. Okay, so I'm going to make, thank you. I'm gonna make some more pearls. So with my left hand, I am squeezing. My right hand is twisting. And then you wanna squeeze. You may not have to squeeze your balloon after every bubble, but this particular silk one, oh, Winnie, that is my leg. This particular silk one is very tight. Hello, Peru. And thank you for the follows. Okay. Let's see. I think I need more than that, though. Not too many more though. Let's see. Money. I think one more bubble. Okay, so we have it like that. Now I'm gonna take that nozzle and just wrap it around so that I can let that go. But I'm still holding here. And now I'm just gonna snip that off and tie. Oh no! And we're gonna do it again. One last time. But it's not the last time because I'm gonna make the flower one more time. I was almost there. It's Moon's fault. She's distracting me. I'm just giving it one cup this time. Moon, what are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna try to go fast. Stir. Honey, we need to be nice. Yeah. She's rolling around on the table and she almost fell. Okay. Come on. Come on. Say goodbye. Can I do a cat? Like a balloon animal cat. But I haven't figured out like a big decoration cat. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna give it a little more. No, Moon. She's eyeing up here to come back again. I am going to eliminate that bubble and I'm going to wrap that around. This time I'm not going to lose it. Yeah, these silk balloons are really tricky. Man, what are you doing? Okay, no letting go this time, Tanya. Ta-da. We're gonna get it. And we did it. And now we're going to add that one. Grab a couple of U-glue. AI says balloon creations with petals. How does it know I'm making petals? Some things are strange to me. Thank you, Bernadette. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Argentina. And hi from Malaysia. Wow, you glue, you're giving me a hard time today. Thank you. I know one thing, you have to have patience when it comes to balloons, because they can drive you crazy sometimes. And note to self, I need some more glue dots. Thank you, thank you. And again, like I mentioned earlier, don't use the glue dots like I am, but you can use the U-glue, or you can use a low temp glue gun. The glue dots, they don't last. Not all the time. Okay, Mooney. I'm gonna lock you up. Well, thank you, Marie Crystal. I am over here too. Yes, she's having a whole conversation. Sometimes it sounds like she's saying hi. What's the matter, Mooney? Eto Mooney. Oops, I gotta plug in YouTube. I have the plug right here and I forgot. Okay, we are all good. Nope, the heat won't pop them. I will grab my hot glue gun and show you. This one is cordless and it takes about 30 seconds to heat up. Money. No, baby, that's gonna be hot. Hide those pieces. Hello, hello. That should work. Okay, so my glue gun is heated up. So I am going to use a little bit right here. And there was no popping. The only thing is when you use the glue gun, you have to hold it for a minute. Whereas with the U-glue dashes, you don't need to do that. Money, money, money. Okay, I think maybe one more should be sufficient. I love the color, I just don't like how it kept popping on me. The petals. Just gonna try to hide the ugliness where I cut the 260. Show you what I'm talking about in a sec. Okay. So, okay, money. Where did I just do that? So right here is where the cut part was. Like this, if you can see it. But I made it that you can't see it. And this is the silk cream pearl flower. And now in order to put it on a stand like that, I'm just going to get any 260. This doesn't matter the color. I'm going to pull the air out. You are very welcome. And now I just tied it. And I'm going to tie it onto that 260 that goes around here, the uninflated one. Tie it twice. And then you're going to bring it over and do the same thing on the other side. So if you could see, I am tying it into that uninflated 260. You want it to be tight. And of course, tie it twice. And then drop your balloon. So now you'll be left with this, and this can make a connection point if you're putting it on a garland. Oops. Why is that? Oh, maybe I did something there. Maybe when I was pulling this. Okay. I'm going to slide this one right down. And if you could see, all I'm doing is placing that over top. That'll hold it. Voila, we made it through that one. That was a tough color. Just wanted to keep popping on me. Okay, you guys want to see it one more time with the gold? Thank you, Customs. Victoria's saying yes. Yes, 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 yes. How about on YouTube? Let me know you guys are there. I hope I didn't put anybody to sleep. Seeing lots of yeses. We are going to use Sempertex Reflex Gold. And we are not going to have the same issues that we just had. So I'm going to use 12-inch. Yes, I'm going to do this one more time. I said that at the beginning. Well, thank you, Victoria. Okay, so I'm going to use a 12-inch Sempertex Reflex Gold. Yes, it is being recorded, and you can watch the live replay on YouTube. Okay, I'm just going to take some of this scrap 260, and I'm going to create 3 knots. So I have the first knot. I'm going to create the next knot and one more knot. So we have it like this. Now you're just going to drop that right into your 12-inch balloon. If you have Linkaloon balloons, you won't need to do this. 1 second. Static is driving me crazy, so get that hair out of the face. So I have that knot right there at the tip of the balloon. And I'm gonna let that go for now. I'm gonna let the air out of a 260, same color, reflex gold. So now it's like that. And once again, I'm gonna grab the 12-inch balloon where it has that knot. And I'm gonna wrap the 260 around a few times. Get the other end, wrap that around, and then tie them together. Which can be tricky because you're almost doing it one-handed. And then I'm going to tie one more time. So you will end up with a balloon looking like this. Now we want to size it to 7 inches. And I'm using my hand inflator. You can use an electric inflator. No, I hear Moon again. And that is awesome, Pretty Pop Creations. So it's 7 inches, and I'm just gonna tie it off. And this is what we have so far. And that is nice and soft, I like that. Now we need 10 260s. Let me just clean up some of this mess. And what did I do? Money, money, money. It's the money, money, money. Okay, Moon. Okay. We are going to get 260s, and I'm going to get 10 of them. So 10 260s all together. And I'm taking 5 at a time, and I'm going to fold them in half and then cut them. So you'll end up with that. Now you'll end up with 1/2 that'll have 2 open ends, and you're just going to tie the one end. So it's like that. Balloons Online still does carry them, but I'm not sure why they don't ship to the US anymore. Just the Sempertex balloons. Other balloons they ship to the US. I believe laballoons.com has Sempertex. Mooney. Okay, I need to tie all these ends. You're very welcome. And she's coming back. Nope. Don't go on the computer. She wants to make it be Moon's show. Your cat's looking for mine. She's right here. Moon, where are you going? No, hey, that's Mama's smoothie. No, 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 no. You're silly, Moon. You're gonna get all the cats going. You silly girl. Yeah, oh, He just jumped up my leg. She's distracting me. Okay. Now you want to stretch each balloon. And I'm going to put them in piles of 10. Okay, boy, no. No frisky on camera. Get me in trouble. I have been doing, oh, do you mean in general or just online today? Because I came online, I think it was about 10:30. Moon. Hey, we're on camera. Stop it. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Stand again. No. You say hi to everybody, right? Right? You say hi. And now we say bye. Hopefully that'll stop her from coming back up. Now I'm going to inflate each 260 with 2 pumps of air. Hello. In general, I would say it was 2013, 2014. Okay. I love you, but you're taking up all of my attention. Okay, so we're gonna go lay in Mama's bed. Okay, bye, I love you. She's too distracted. She's gonna stay on Mama's bed for a little while. Oh, I already had one attached. Yes, she is restless. So, 1, 2, release a little bit of air. The parts that you're gonna be using that are like this, not the ones with your tied in, but this one, you're gonna wanna cut the end off before you tie it. Just because there's air in there. Now we'll cut off those, but don't cut them too short. This is fine. This is just being my holder, so the balloons don't go everywhere. Thank you, Missy. And keep going. We are going to be making another one of these flowers. If you could see them. Thank you very much, JLVR, all the way from the Philippines. And thank you, Juliet. And thank you, Petals Fusion events. Can't speak. Oh, we're working on it. It does take a little time to make these. And if you were to put high float in the 260, the balloons will last longer. I don't have any right now, but I'm thinking about getting some high float and trying it to see how much longer the balloons will last. Watching from London, UK. Hello, Mina. Watching all the way from Italy. My stepfather is Italian. These are Sempertex Reflex Gold. Yeah, if you're looking at these, I made these yesterday and the live replay is available. I find them super easy. Oh, I have one more half and then we can attach them to the round balloon. Thank you. I think from yesterday, I don't know, maybe the pink one is my favorite. I don't know if you guys could see, but there's also a green. There was a silver. And then the pink and blue and silver back there. The balloon tutorial is awesome, but the melting pot of watchers in live is great. Okay, I have 10. Let's add these 10. Well, hello, Germany. Okay, so we have the first balloon that we did with the 260s. Now you're just gonna add them right on to your line. And don't worry about it being perfect. You will fix everything after. Hello, Iris. So now you have this schmorts. So I'm gonna fix it up after I tie it. So now you're just gonna tie it to that middle part. And you want it tied nice and tight. And tie it twice. Thank you, Victoria. And you adjust, arrange your petals. So it's like that. Now, if you saw this flower last week, tell me if that is easier than the way that I did it, where I tied every petal onto the line. I think this is so much better. So now we're going to do the other 10, and we'll attach that to the other half. Definitely easier, yes. Thank you to Bobby Carter 5181. They gave me the suggestion of doing it like this instead of the way I did it. And 9 more. Hey YouTube, if you guys can give me a little comment, even if you're just saying hi, just to let YouTube know that you're enjoying it. On TikTok, we have 1.2K viewers watching. And I'm not going to say the number that's watching on YouTube because it is much less. Thank you, Sherry. And hello. We're getting there. Thank you, Sherry. Hi, Busy Bee Events. Finger's gonna be stuck. No, it's not. I think tomorrow we're gonna be doing another flower, but no 260s tomorrow. Give you guys a break from the 260s. Also on TikTok, we have, well, Pascalina created a group. It's a group chat where there's a whole bunch of us there. And while you guys are making these creations, you're uploading your photos to the group. If you want to join that, there should be a link in my stories. And if you don't see the link, you can comment here, please add me. This way, when I'm finished, I could read the comments and I can add you to the group. And I'm sorry if you commented yesterday and I didn't add you yet. I was a little busy last night. Squeaky. And I'm seeing some please add me's. Yes, and make sure the account is not private because we won't be able to add you. I think you can join it through a link, but we can't add you if your account is private. And Pascalina is in here, I wasn't sure. And if you send Pascalina a message, she will add you as long as you're not private. She is the awesome one who created the account. This way, when you guys are making things, you could take pictures and upload and show us all your progress. And you can keep asking, and I will be checking after the live. And I will be adding whoever I can. That doesn't already get added now. I'm also posting in there when I'm going to be going live. Or letting you know I'll be going live soon. It was a great idea, Pascalina. Okay, now we're going to be attaching. Get rid of the garbage. Elegantly styled events. I think you might be talking about the group chat we were just discussing. If you want to join the group, it's here on TikTok. You could just write add me or please add me. So now I'm going to be putting the other halves on this side. And yeah, this way is so much easier than the other way I was doing it. And yes, Gigi6125, I will be adding you. You need to come over to TikTok though, after the live is done. Come over to TikTok, follow me, and tell me that you want me to add you. You are very welcome. And thank you, March. Okay, so now I have the other side done. Let's see if I can fix it a bit first. I'm simply going to tie it to that middle part. And you want to tie it twice. Then you can straighten everything out. And this is what we have so far. Now we need one more 260. Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Gigi. And it's quicker. Yes, this method is way better than what I did last week. Tying every single one on was a little brutal. I think that should be, yeah. So I just gave it 5 pumps of air. Hello, Romania. We just want it that it's going to go around. Going to release just a little bit more air. Thank you, thank you. Oh, no, I'm not tying it together. I'm just tying this in. It's like I get too excited and I forget what I'm doing. Okay. We are going to fish this through the petals. And then I'm going to tie it together. And we're going to cut away this piece. We don't need that. And now this is what we have. And it could be used just like this, or you can add the pearls like I did. So I'm going to add the pearls. I'm going to go back to those 260s. You may need 3 of them, but just 1 for now. I gave it 1 pump plus a little bit and then release the air. Silver pearls would be nice. Yes, it would. As you can see them over here. And yeah, silver and gold would look good together, but I'm making all three of these be the same color. 1 second. Alrighty. Hello, Venezuela. Okay, I'm going to make one little pearl. So I would have used 14. Yeah, it was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It'll be about 15. Plus 1 to attach to the back if you want to attach it to something. So while I'm making these, my left hand is grabbing and pinching while the right hand is twisting. Hi, Mexico. You are very welcome. And you want to give your balloon a squeeze before you do your bubble. Keeps your balloon softer. Hello, Colombia. Thank you very much. Munchkin 1, 2, 3. Tijuana. Now there's a few Venezuelas in the house. We're gonna be needing more. Scotland. That's a beautiful place I'd love to visit. Georgia. Might go there one day. Okay, let me check. Okay. I'm going to take the one with the end where the nozzle is, and I'm just going to wrap the nozzle around to hold that in place while I cut this part. And now you want to tie it. And I'm going to cut off that nozzle. So you should have this. Hello, Nigeria. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I wouldn't use glue dots. It won't last long, but U-glue will last longer. You may see me use glue dots, but that's just for the video. You can also use a hot glue gun with low temp glue. So I'm just putting this around, and I'm gonna attach it with my U-glue dashes. I am in Ontario, Canada. Yes, U-glue is very strong. If you saw a couple of days ago, I had made a heart, a star, and a round balloon. and it had double beads going around it. I almost forgot what I was going to say, but now I just remembered. Well, I tried taking those double beads off, and it didn't work. I could not get them off. They are permanently attached. And I am going to be doing some glue dots. But like I mentioned, I don't recommend glue dots because they don't last. Yes, it will be on my YouTube. It's on YouTube right now. And once I'm finished, the live replay will be available. So just for the video, I'm using some glue dots, but I would recommend these if you wanted to stay, especially more than a day. But again, I had my window open all night, and that might be why it came apart on me when I used the glue dots. This, it will not come apart. Hello, Uganda. And thank you for all the follows, the shares, the likes. We are almost gonna have this first row on. Hello, hello. How are you? Okay, I'm gonna put one more, two more. Yes, I am sticking it to the 7-inch balloon. Try not to stick it to your 260s. You could have went down further. Thank you, Seymour. Oh, it's glued there. Okay, that one's gonna glue a little bit to the 260s. No, I don't want to glue them to the 260s. Hello, it's just me. Can I please teach you? The replay is going to be available on YouTube. For people in Ontario, Canada, I am planning to do a class here And I will let you know more details when I know. That just scared me. And that wasn't supposed to happen. But at least it didn't happen 3 or 4 times like the other color did. There is no occasion. I just teach balloon decorations. Oops. I tied the wrong one. You didn't get a notification. I don't know if everybody does. You're supposed to. Thank you. I don't know why sometimes it does that. And I'm just gonna tie this. Yeah, I think some people have notifications turned off, not realizing that they're turned off. Or if you're like me and you don't want to be notified about 30,000 people. Why did I do that? I'm not supposed to tie it yet. That's okay. I will get it this time. Let's see if that's going to be enough. Thank you so much. I think it's J12321J. Thank you, and you're welcome. So now I'm just going to very carefully repair this. And we don't want any more poppage. Okay, it's like it didn't even happen. We need some more pearls. Danny, go into where it says live on my YouTube channel, and you'll see a video that says Ask Me for a Balloon is live. And you should see it. Now, I did another one last Thursday, the exact same flower, but I was tying each petal onto here instead of tying them and then adding it after. So this one is a lot easier. I just gave it a pump and some. I am in Belleville, Ontario. So I'm just gonna make some more pearls. If you're in Ottawa, you're not too far. I think it's a couple hours away. Maybe longer, I'm not sure. I haven't been to Ottawa in years. And I've only ever been to Ottawa once. And it wasn't for a good reason. I'm gonna make some more. You've been to Belleville once? We need some more pearls. Okay, and you want to make sure you're holding that first pearl. I think that'll be enough. So I'm going to take the end with the nozzle, just wrapping it in to secure it while I break this part. I'm going to cut it, I'm not going to break it. There we go. Okay, now I'm tight. But I lost one of my ends there. And you want to cut off that little nozzle. And sometimes your balls might come undone on you. That's okay, just carefully create that bally thing. Double tape, I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I think somebody said they tried carpet tape. I think the DIY Doctor carpet tape is pretty good from what I'm hearing. I haven't tried it yet though. I'm just stuck on U-glue dashes. I love them, and there's 1,000 that comes in this set. And they last a long time. And I'm alternating with glue dots, but the glue dots are not lasting as long as the U-glue. So even though I'm using them, I don't recommend using these. You are very welcome. And you can also use the hot glue gun. You want a low temp though, not a hot temp. I think I gotta plug in my laptop. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. So for this one, I am just alternating with the U-glue and the glue dots. But watching at home, don't use the glue dots. Because you're gonna cry when you see that everything comes undone. Yep, it's a true story. I couldn't believe the next morning after I had done this the last week there. I woke up and there was one that I made that just had the one string of beads. The string of beads was sitting on top. It wasn't the way I did it. This is U-Glue Dashes. You can also use a hot glue gun, which is a low temperature. I will let that heat up. And I will show you that it's safe. And this one only takes about 30 seconds to heat up. Once the light is solid, it's ready to go. And again, if you want to join the group we were discussing, please make a comment saying, please add me. So she is heated up. I am going to put some right here. And while I'm here, I'll add some over here. We're running out of glue in here. Yeah, after I'm finished the live, well, maybe a little later on, I will go through the comments from today and yesterday and try to make sure I add everyone that wants to be added. I am in Canada. You are in Canada too? Canada surprise, where are you? Are you in Ontario? I am in Ontario, Canada. And so many people thought I am in the US. I was in Michael's one time a few years ago. You're in Ontario too? Awesome. Yeah, I was in Michael's and I heard like a scream. And I'm thinking, what is that? And she's yelling at me, oh my God, it's you. And I'm looking at her like, what did I do? I'm your biggest fan, she said. I said, oh, you watch me on YouTube? And she said, yeah, I love your channel. So Ron ran out to the truck and he made her a Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse to take home. But I just thought that was cool. And she really thought that I was in the US. No, my daughter is in New York and I'm planning to make a trip over there. I'm not sure when, but we're gonna be going there. But she's not in New York, New York. She's in a little town outside of New York, New York. But she's in New York. Okay, I'm gonna just add one more glue dot, I think. I will do so. Thank you very much, Canada Surprise. Okay, we are going to make one more set of pearls. The balloon was feeling extra soft. It's just me. We're gonna make one more set of pearls and then it will be done. I'm gonna turn this off. I do make some of the distorted balloon flowers, but I will tell you they're not my favorite. They are a royal pain sometimes. But I'm actually thinking about doing one with you guys. A distorted flower. Do I have classes? No, but I'm thinking about creating some. And if I do some classes, I'm thinking maybe 4 people tops is all I would allow to be in the class. I think it's more intimate, it's better. We can really work one-on-one instead of having a room full of people. So I'm gonna make some more pearls. I'm squeezing with my left and twisting with my right. Soften it. Pressing buttons over there. Thank you, Customs. And if I do classes, I'm thinking of giving the participants a ticket and we'll do a draw. I have so much extra inventory that I do not use, and I would love to do a giveaway. So if I do an in-person class, I think that's when I would do that. I need one more bubble. Okay, now I'm going to take the end with the nozzle, wrap it around, hold that while I get rid of this. And then tie it, if you can. I left myself so small. Okay. Now we've got our little mini set. And again, we're going to place it right like so. And you would use your U-glue or hot glue. Almost 100K likes. Wow, that's the most likes so far. I think 60K was our highest before. So thank you everybody for tapping the screen. I did not do any courses myself. Everything self-taught. I had a girlfriend. She taught me a couple of balloon animals when I first started. She taught me a sword, a turtle bracelet, the dog. Everybody learns the dog in the beginning. It's like 3 or 4. And then me and my other girlfriends got together back then and we decided to fool around, come up with some other ideas. And I've just been stuck on balloons ever since. Thank you, thank you. It's almost finished. You know what blows my mind is the fastest time of the day for me is like the last 5 minutes before Ron goes to work. That 5 minutes just goes so fast. And when I get on live, 1 hour is like 5 minutes. Almost finished. Let's check it out. Exactly, Victoria, exactly. When you enjoy what you're doing, time just flies by. Same thing when I used to do a lot of gardening at my old place. I'd go out there at like 8 a.m. and before you know it, it's like 2 o'clock. I'm like, where did the time go? It's because you enjoy and you get lost in what you're doing. I think we're losing. I thought that one felt a little soft. It's okay. Quick little repair. I cut the 260 in half. Yes, if you want to join that group, let me know, add me. That was 2 pumps. I'm feeling more of them getting soft. Not allowed. We have to stay until I'm finished this live. And pictures. And you're going to give me a hard time. Trying to be so careful because of those pearls. There's another one that's feeling a little soft, but I think that's okay for now. And I'm gonna add a 260 to the back. And you can just grab any color and you wanna hold it at the top and we're gonna pull the air out. And tie it. And now I'm going to carefully tie it on to the uninflated 260. And you want to tie 2 times just to be sure that it's not going to come undone. And then we're going to tie it onto the other side. Very carefully. This is a connection so that you can attach it to a stand or flower wall, to a wall, a garland. I am going to be doing a collaboration for Calisan, and I'm thinking of doing a wall with some flowers on it. So, this will be your connection. Now let me just slide these down. You can add thank you, thank you. Try to squeeze them all on the stand. Voila. So we did the gold. We did the lovely silk cream pearl. And I had done a silver off camera before we started. And yesterday we did these. This one is silver and blue, really tall. And I just remembered about moon. 1 second. She's just being a good girl laying on my bed. What would I charge? I am not sure. I am repricing since I'm in a different area, different customers, so I'm not sure. Even the centerpieces, I'm not sure. And another thing we are going to do next week, some of you might already know how to do this, and they are shrinking now, but I was fooling around with the zigzag technique. So next week, that's one of the things we're going to do. I also have to set up a big heart backdrop, and I'm going to do a garland, and in the garland I'm going to be adding the pearls and some other techniques that I've been showing the last couple of weeks. And before I get off, Anybody that wants to join the group, please let us know. Me or Pascalina. And another day we had done these. How often do I do these videos? I just started maybe about 3 weeks ago doing the lives. 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I'm going to try to go live every day, Monday to Friday, if possible. There are some days though that I'm gonna have to not come on because I have to edit. Yes, they are glued on either with hot glue or U-glue dashes. So this is the hot glue gun that I used, or these. Show you the silver one. Oh yeah, I think there's 2 that are coming small. I'll have to repair those before pictures. We have this color, the gold, and I love silver. Do you guys think when I do the collab with Calisam, do you think if I do a silver linking wall with some of these flowers? Thank you very much. Hello, Venezuela. Thank you, Veronica. Yes, silk cream pearl. This color was hard to work with. It popped a lot. But really, I can't say too much because I'm losing 2 petals over here too of the reflex gold. Oh, and this should be more down, but that came up when I was putting that on. Yep. I do have a link for it in my bio. You will see a link tree. Click the link tree and everything I use is in that link. And then this is the U-glue dashes. I have a link for this for Canada and the US. And it is almost 1:30. You are very welcome. Okay, YouTube, I am going to say goodbye for now. I will see you tomorrow morning, and I'm aiming for 10 a.m. EST. Bye for now.